Welcome back to the Center Ring, folks. Sheepdog Smokey here, and Crazy Uncle Joe is now telling us we have an obligation to provide illegal immigrants health care, but he won't commit to a health care plan. He's using his status as a former VP to jump into the race. And of course, he's only going to places like California, New York, and Chicago right now, and he's testing out how his just horrible positions will play. You know, healthcare has been a center point for liberals for several years. Healthcare is a right, abortion is healthcare. All of these things. We're not far from hearing you have a right to die when you want. So euthanasia and assisted suicide must be made legal. It's all just another method of control. They know that if they can control healthcare, they can control voting. Because if you won't vote for them, your healthcare gets harder and harder and harder to use until you die. It has been used by dictators and tyrants in the past. Ultimately, those in the past just became, you are a dissident, you just die now. But they know controlling healthcare controls people. If you have a sick relative, a sick child, God forbid, or a sick parent, a sick spouse, you're going to do anything and everything you can to get them help. They know that if they control the healthcare industry, doctors, who unfortunately have become very used to living lavish lifestyles, are going to do whatever they tell them to. We have TV shows like New Amsterdam where you get the young and idealistic doctor who gets put in charge and says, we're not going to turn anyone away. And they use it as, this is what we need to do. What they will never talk about is, doctors won't do that now. I personally have been uninsured at several points of my life. I've been unemployed, so uninsured. And I got sick at one of those times. And I had to go to the hospital, but I didn't have any insurance. That's why I went to the hospital, not my normal doctor. I went to the county hospital. You can't go to Baylor, Scott and White. You can't go to the Mayo Clinic or Cedars-Sinai, although I don't know if Cedars-Sinai is LA County or not. But you can't go to the biggest and best hospital in town. You go to the county hospital, the seat of the hospital district. Doctors there know that they are going to see the indigent, the homeless, even prisoners, and they cannot turn people away. You're not going to get instant care by the top surgeon in the country, but you will get medical care. My younger brother at one point was unemployed for quite a while and had some very serious issues with dental things. He went to that same county hospital. They took care of him. And you know what? They will send you a bill. But they can't do more than that. Yeah, it will ruin your credit. But I will personally take being healthy and paying them as much as I can every time I can, as long as it takes to pay them off, over slowly dying. And this is what, like many other issues, liberals continue to ignore. They know that doctors swear the Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. And turning someone away when they need medical care would do harm. Now, the county hospitals are normally the larger of the hospitals in the area, and they are seeing everyone and anyone who comes in. So you walk in and you have a bad cold and you need someone to prescribe something, or say you have a twisted ankle, not broken, just twisted, and you need someone to look at it to make sure you're okay. Someone else walks in and they're throwing up blood. You're going to be seen later. You're not going to be able to walk in and yell, see me now. Okay? It's just not the way things work. I can tell you another story, though. Several years ago, before I got into where I am now, I had what amounted to a horrible psoriatic rash and outbreak on my foot. It was bad. I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't want to turn your stomach and make you throw up. But it was bad, okay? I went to a local hospital that is not a county hospital, and guess what? They still saw me. They billed me. They were actually very helpful when they found out I was uninsured by finding me discounts and other things to lower my cost. You see, this is what Democrats don't want to admit. Doctors and nurses will not turn away a patient because that violates their oath to serve mankind. The problem is that if they admit that, then they lose a lot of traction on the issue. If they can overwhelm our hospitals with illegal aliens and just make it to where seeing a doctor for an actual big issue takes longer and longer and longer, although some of them are true idiots and say, you know what, longer lines at hospitals are good things because you can make new friends. I forget who it was. It was, I think, Boxer, or might have been Feinstein, I don't know. But one of them said that. If they can overwhelm the hospitals, though, they can control the country. Because when the hospitals are overwhelmed and begging for help, the government says, well, we can help, but there's only one way we can do it. We'll do it. And then they seize power. They seize control. The UK basically has socialized medicine. And we didn't look far to find out how bad that is. We look at the case of Alfie, an extremely young boy who doctors in the UK said, well, he's brain dead. So we can't do anything. He'll die soon, and we can't do anything. But see, Alfie's mother was a dual citizen, British and Italian. She had Italian doctors saying Alfie is not brain dead. So the UK said, you're not allowed to take your son from this hospital. We decree he dies. He dies. And Alfie died. Doctors were ordered by the people in power that we cannot let our system be shown to be wrong. And the doctors were now so firmly in the grip of those people in power that they did what they were told. And a young boy lost his life when you had multiple Italian doctors saying that should not happen. If our system gets overloaded by illegal aliens, and the Democrats know this, it will reach a breaking point where the government will be able to 100% seize control. And when they do that, it's over, folks. Your health care is now at the behest of tyrants in power who only want your obedience. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Orwell, Huxley, Bradbury are rolling in their graves, screaming at us from the afterlife, we warned you, and you ignored us. And we're here to live with it. But I've talked about this long enough. Honestly, I have. Let me know what you think. Keep the comments civil. We do not learn from argument. We learn from debate. As always, remember to please like and share this video, as well as to subscribe and activate notifications so that you're among the first to know of all new content as it is posted. Until next time, everyone have a wonderful day.